Last night, the Middle East entered a new level of crisis. Israel's skies over Iran erupted in explosions. Iran answered with a wave of 100 drones. Airports closed. Oil surged. This is the immediate, most detailed AZ breakdown of what's happening right now. Breakdown of airstrike. Operation Rising Lion. As per The Guardian, in the early hours of June 13th, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, striking over 100 high-value targets using approximately 200 fighter jets, including nuclear sites, IRGC bases, and research centers. The bombed leadership, Iranian commanders. Among those killed were IRGC Commander Hossein Salami, General Mohammad Bagheri, General Gholam Ali Rashid, and top nuclear scientists like Abbasi Davani and Taranchi, as reported by BBC News and New York Post. Critical nuclear sites hit. Sites attacked include Iran's Natanz uranium enrichment facility, Dark Smoke Scene, missile factories around Tehran, Khorramabad, and the Parchin military complex. Domestic impact. Civilian casualties. Residential areas in Tehran were affected. At least 9 fatalities and over 100 injured across Tehran, Loristan, Tabriz, Shiraz, according to Kadena SAR and The Guardian. Emergency protocols. Iran, Israel, Iraq, and Jordan shut down airspace. Airports such as Tehran, Ben Gurion, Amman, and Baghdad enforced red alerts or ground closures. According to Reuters and Times of Israel, retaliation, 100-plus Iranian drones. Iran responded by launching over 100 combat drones toward Israel. The IDF confirmed this attack and initiated interception operations. CBS News reported Gaza-style intercepts, Israeli defense systems, Iron Dome, Arrow, David Sling intercepted now 90% of the drones. One did breach and struck a military depot near Haifa, injuring several, says CBS News and CNN. Heightened diplomacy, alarm sound internationally. Countries like Australia, Saudi Arabia, the UK, and the UN called for calm. Iran decried the attack as an act of war. The U.S. stated the strike was purely Israeli. Immediate economic fallout. Brent crude surged 10%. U.S. futures dropped 1.8%. Gold spiked and Bitcoin fell below 104K, the steepest single-day oil jump since the Ukraine war, says MarketWatch and Crypto Slate. Jeopardized diplomacy. The Oman nuclear negotiations collapsed. The New York Times reports Iran has now withdrawn its envoy and halted the talks. Kinetic Watch. IAEA surveillance. The International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed Natanz was targeted and is currently monitoring for radiation. So far, no leaks. Reported by IAEA statements and Times of Israel. Leveled military posture, as per Defense News and Times of Israel. With Israel proving long-range strike independence and defense backed by U.S., UK, France intelligence, this is a strategic escalation, multi-front potential. Hezbollah, Hamas, and Iraqi militias are reportedly readying responses. Sources caution this could ignite a region-wide conflict. Nuclear infrastructure at risk. Experts fear further damage to Iran's nuclear reactors or proxy arsenals, raising global contamination scenarios. Ongoing casualty updates. Iranian military and civilian casualty figures continue climbing. Israeli losses so far are limited to equipment with reported injuries. Political fallout in Iran. Iran's parliament is considering invoking emergency war powers under Islamic defense law, raising serious legal implications. Quadrupled airline disruption. Major carriers rerouted flights to avoid the region. Airlines like Emirates, Lufthansa, and Air France reported major cancellations, as per Reuters, Times of Israel. Refugee movements. Communities near Tehran and southern Iran are fleeing. Early signs of displacement under summer heat. Sanctions initiated. The U.S. Treasury is reportedly preparing new sanctions targeting Iran's missile infrastructure and nuclear industries. Tech warfare unfolds, cyber attacks, likely Iran's IRGC. Targeting Israeli radar may have preceded the strikes, reported Economic Times. United Nations on alert. UN Secretary General convened Emergency Security Council talks. The US-UK push for de-escalation. Russia-China criticized unilateral action. Verification underway. Independent monitors and satellites are surveying the damage, helping confirm civilian and infrastructure impact. Worldwide protests erupt. Pro-Iran demonstrations rose in Tehran, while large pro-Palestinian protests emerged in Western capitals. xenophobia, and minority tensions. Iran's Arab minority in Khuzestan is already showing signs of ethnic crackdowns. Year-long risk ahead. Analysts warn this escalation may shape Middle East politics, NATO positioning, and energy markets through 2026. 0 hour looms. Iran's next moves, whether targeting oil supply, U.S. bases, or deep strikes, will define if this becomes a localized skirmish or true regional war. That's the complete A to Z breakdown, from Operation Rising Lion to 0 hour. If you found this coverage on the conflict between Iran and Israel insightful, don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Your perspective matters. And if you want to stay updated with real-time global developments, from the front lines to the facts, make sure to subscribe to The Timely Take and turn on the bell icon. Thanks for watching. Stay informed. Stay aware.